Bellerophon, a name whispered on the wind across the Peloponnese, was born under a shroud of scandal. His true father, the sea god Poseidon, kept his identity hidden, leaving Bellerophon to be raised by Glaucus, an unwitting pawn in a celestial game. The young man, restless and strong, felt a fire burning within him, a yearning for deeds that would etch his name into the starry expanse. Yet, opportunity remained elusive, a cruel mirage shimmering just out of reach. Frustration gnawed at him, a constant shadow. Finally, driven to desperation, Bellerophon embarked on a perilous journey to seek guidance from Polyidus, a blind seer rumored to possess the gift of prophecy. The journey was fraught with danger, a test in itself. Bandits lurked in the mountain passes, and storms raged across the churning seas. Yet Bellerophon pressed on, his resolve hardening with each passing day. He found Polyidus in a secluded cave, the air thick with the scent of incense and ancient knowledge. The seer, his sightless eyes seeming to pierce through the very fabric of reality, listened intently to Bellerophon's tale of frustration and yearning. A long, unsettling silence followed, broken only by the rasp of the wind and the distant cry of a lone bird. Then, in a voice that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the earth, Polyidus spoke. "Seek slumber at the altar of Athena," he rasped, "and let the dreams of the goddess guide you." With a heart pounding with a mixture of hope and trepidation, Bellerophon ventured forth, the cryptic message echoing in his ears. The journey to the temple of Athena was arduous, a labyrinthine path carved into the very heart of a sacred mountain. Finally, he reached the hallowed sanctuary, a place of hushed reverence and ethereal beauty. Exhausted, he prostrated himself before the goddess's statue, its form crafted from gleaming ivory and shimmering gold. Sleep, when it finally came, was a tumultuous affair. Bellerophon found himself in a dreamscape unlike any he had ever experienced. The air shimmered with an otherworldly light, and the ground beneath his feet shifted like waves on an unseen sea. A figure materialized before him, its form radiating an ethereal luminescence. It was Athena, her beauty breathtaking and her eyes filled with an ancient wisdom. "Bellerophon," she boomed, her voice a celestial melody that resonated deep within his soul, "your destiny awaits. But the path is fraught with peril. Seek out the spring of Perine, and there you shall find the key to your greatness." The vision dissolved as abruptly as it had formed, leaving Bellerophon gasping for breath, the goddess's words echoing in his mind. He awoke with a jolt, the dream clinging to him like morning mist. A surge of hope, potent and intoxicating, coursed through him. With renewed determination, he set out in search of the mythical spring. The journey was long and fraught with danger. He battled mythical creatures that lurked in the shadows and navigated treacherous landscapes sculpted by the capricious hand of fate. Finally, after weeks of relentless pursuit, he stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an otherworldly light. In the center stood a spring, its waters shimmering like liquid diamonds. As Bellerophon drew closer, a magnificent creature emerged from the pool. It was Pegasus, the winged horse of legend, its coat the color of freshly fallen snow, and its mane shimmering with all the colors of the dawn. The horse snorted, its breath swirling with mist, and then, with a powerful thrust of its hooves, launched itself into the air. Bellerophon, heart pounding with a mixture of awe and terror, watched as the magnificent creature circled above him. Could he, a mere mortal, hope to tame such a beast? The suspense was agonizing. But then, as if sensing Bellerophon's desperation and his pure heart, Pegasus swooped down, landing gracefully before him. Tentatively, Bellerophon reached out a hand. The horse lowered its head, allowing him to gently stroke its soft mane. A sense of calm descended upon the clearing, a silent communion forged between man and beast. With a surge of exhilaration, Bellerophon mounted Pegasus. The horse surged upwards, the wind whipping through his hair, carrying with it the exhilarating promise of adventure. The world stretched out beneath them, a breathtaking tapestry of rolling hills, glistening rivers, and snow-capped mountains. Bellerophon, for the first time, tasted the freedom of the heavens, and the taste was divine. But fate, a fickle mistress, had other plans. Back in Corinth, a web of deceit was being spun. Sthenebea, the queen, consumed by a venomous desire for Bellerophon, had been stung by his rejection. Her spurned advances turned into a viper's nest of vengeful fury. With a cunning that would make a serpent blush, she wove a tapestry of lies, accusing Bellerophon of attempting to dishonor her. King Protus, bound by the laws of hospitality, couldn't bring himself to stain his hands with the blood of a guest. However, vengeance simmered beneath the surface, a venomous brew waiting to be unleashed. He entrusted Bellerophon with a sealed message, a silent death warrant disguised as a royal decree. This message was to be delivered to King Iobates, Stheneboea's father, ruler of the distant land of Lycia. Unaware of the treachery afoot, Bellerophon set out, his heart heavy with the burden of the king's request. He rode Pegasus across the endless expanse of the Aegean Sea, the sun a relentless orb burning down on his back. As they neared the Lycian coast, a storm of monstrous proportions erupted from the churning sea. Dark, roiling clouds blotted out the sun, and waves the size of mountains threatened to engulf them. Lightning split the sky, illuminating monstrous serpents that writhed within the storm clouds, their eyes burning with malevolent hunger. Pegasus, though powerful, struggled against the tempest's fury. The wind howled, tearing at Bellerophon's cloak, threatening to rip him from the horse's back. Fear, a primal instinct, gnawed at him. This was no ordinary storm, it reeked of something far more sinister, a divine punishment perhaps, for his unwitting role in the unfolding drama. But Bellerophon, fueled by a warrior's spirit and the unwavering loyalty of Pegasus, refused to surrender. With a mighty cry, he urged the horse onward. They battled through the storm for what seemed like an eternity, the very fabric of reality warping around them. Finally, as abruptly as it began, the storm subsided. The clouds parted, revealing a breathtaking sunset that painted the sky in hues of crimson and gold. Exhausted but exhilarated by their brush with death, Bellerophon and Pegasus landed on the Lycian shore. Relief washed over Bellerophon, a fleeting sensation that would soon be replaced by a chilling realization of the dangers that awaited him in the court of King Iobates. The sealed message, a harbinger of doom, weighed heavily in his cloak. Little did he know that the trials he was about to face would push him to the very brink, forcing him to confront not only monstrous beasts, but also the seductive whispers of hubris that threatened to consume him.